What is up, Rage Nation? We are back with another behind-the-scenes interview of what it takes to get a radio interview, for us at least, these days. We got the boys from American Progress with us. What's up, guys?
Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Mike, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, really appreciate it, man. Good to meet you.
No, the pleasure's all mine, man. As soon as I heard Outlaw, I was like, Dad, gum, these guys are good. I got to get them on the show. So I appreciate your time, most definitely.
That's a catchy one, ain't it?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It always gets the people dancing out in the crowds. It's really cool to watch.
All right, so if you're watching this video and you want to help support what we do here at Indie Rage Radio, it is really simple. We're an independent, unsigned, internationally syndicated radio show and online digital radio station. Right there in the crawl, in the description, you can use our Amazon affiliate link because everybody shops on Amazon. tinyurl.com/Amazon, Amazon link MO. When you get there, save that to your browser, whether that's on your phone or your computer. And every time you shop on Amazon, if you use that link, we'll get a small commission with no added cost to you. And it'll help keep the ball rolling around here at Indie Rage Radio. All right. Let me get this off. See your names. There we go. All right, here we go. Segment 1 in 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. Really pumped up for this episode. Our special guests for tonight are American Progress. They're from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got Tristian, we got Andrew, we got Steve. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
And in fact, if you want to see the video, the behind-the-scenes video of this interview, it is live right now on our YouTube page and our Facebook page as well. And Tristian is actually in Costa Rica right now, sipping on a pineapple. Is that what it is? It's a coconut.
Buenos tardes, hermanos.
And actually,
Live in the jungle.
before we came on the air, he was like, it's 90 degrees out here. I'm in the jungle. And Steve was like, hey, back here in Milwaukee, it's 24, dude.
Well, I just saw these guys 2 days ago, 3 days ago. We were all just in the desert, out in the high desert, filming a video together. And then we all kind of went our separate ways back home. And so miss you guys.
I'll bet you do.
All right, so in our first segment, we always play a game because the Indie Rage Radio, they're a nosy little bunch. They want to get to know you guys a little bit better. So today we're going to play the game 10 Rounds with Mikey O. It's kind of like a this or that. I'm going to give you people, place, thing, 2, 3 items. You tell me which one you like the most. First thing that hits the dome, okay?
You got it.
Okay, I like that, man.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. Playlist or podcast?
Playlist.
Podcast.
Playlist.
We have some differing situations here. What kind of podcast you like to listen to, Andrew?
I like the murder podcasts a lot. And then I also like just, mindless comedy. Pretty much anything. I can cycle through whatever. I just like, I have people sending me recommendations out on the road all the time. I get probably like 15 a day from people whenever I'm traveling. And then I'll just buzz through them, all different genres. But I prefer the talking to the music thing just because I feel like I spend so much time immersed in music that it's nice for me to kind of break away from it here and there. So no matter what people are talking about, I'm pretty interested in just kind of washing out my ears so I can create more melodies later.
And speaking of playlists, shout out to the Indie Rage Radio Future Stars of Rock and Metal playlist that American Progress has made twice with Deadbeat and Outlaw.
That was awesome.
We're very grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
It is 100% an honor.
Round number 2, Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation?
Nintendo.
Ooh, PlayStation.
PlayStation.
But it's close for Nintendo. I play my Switch on planes a lot.
It depends on which Nintendo OS we're talking about, right? Original Nintendo?
Nintendo, Super Nintendo. That's it, man. Nintendo 64. Yeah.
Nintendo kind of wins a lot of categories because they've got like such simple games that fit on such small cartridges like and stuff like that. Like don't take up a lot of space, but you can still put like 50 plus hours into each one of these things, and hundreds of hours into some of them, and it's pretty amazing that way.
Right,
The
and if for
Legend
some
of
reason
Zelda
it
is my
glitches
ringtone.
out, you just blow the dust out of it, and then it just works perfect.
Yeah.
I have Legend of Zelda as a ringtone.
Nice. Yeah, Nintendo 64, that was a real game changer. 3D worlds
Yeah.
and everything like that. I mean, it was
Right.
insane. I remember as a kid, my mind was absolutely blown.
Dude, that first Donkey Kong on 64 was
Dude.
awesome.
Did you get the golden banana in the arcade?
Yeah, you have to, right?
All right,
Nice.
round number 3, Coke or Pepsi?
Oh man,
Coke.
Pepsi.
I think we had 2 answers at the same time. Steve and
Oh.
Tristan, what was that?
I'm
Coke.
Coke.
Yep.
Oh
How
yeah.
about that? Rhythm section unite.
And see, that's strange because I thought Coke would be more of a Southern thing and Pepsi would be more of a Northern type thing.
I think it's just such an interesting, versatile chemical. You can use it to polish your rims. You can use it
Clean
to
your
use
drain.
rust off of your underbody. You can,
Yep.
or use it to when you need to burp. Like so, it's it's
Hey man, Pepsi works fine on rust. Trust me.
All right, round number 4, playing at a club or playing at a festival?
Ooh,
I'm gonna say club.
I'm gonna say that's hard to choose.
I'm gonna have to side with Andrew on this one. I'm pretty on the fence. I think for me, it's more about the energy. I don't really care about the size of the room or the amount of people. It's like, what's the vibe and the atmosphere, and what are we doing?
I'm gonna say independent festival. So like mid-size festival, because then you got the club atmosphere, but you don't have all the barriers of the huge festivals, and you don't have the like rush, the strike and go of the big festival. You can kind of take your time and enjoy things a little more. So I'm gonna say the mid-size festival.
Why not a festival in a club?
I've played some of those. We've played some of those.
All right, this next one we kind of have right here on the interview. We got both extremes right here. Round number 5, winter or summer?
Winter.
Summer.
I'm divided, man. I love my coconut drinks and palm trees, but I'm a big hockey fan. So I'm gonna, again, on the fence. It just depends on my mood, I think.
Yeah, if you live in Milwaukee, I would imagine you kind of have to like winter just a little bit.
You gotta adapt to it for sure.
It's a good contrast. I
Yeah.
appreciate summer so much more because of the winter.
Absolutely.
There
You can't have joy without the pain, right? You have to have both.
All right, round number 6, vinyl, CD, or digital download?
Vinyl.
So I prefer vinyl, but I succumb to digital download just for the convenience of it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to take your favorite vinyl to Costa Rica.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, I think I know where we're gonna go with this one. Round number 7, pop punk or metalcore?
Oh, my heart.
Oh God. Yeah.
Can we say all of the
Pop
above?
punk by a sliver. Pop punk by a sliver.
Somebody
I
call
can't
the refs on that. I can't call it. We're gonna have to look at the replay.
I'm gonna say yes.
It's a small sliver, dude.
Yeah, that question usually tears people apart.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna circle back to the mood, but I can't. Whatever.
What am I doing while listening to it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there it is. Hell yeah.
All right, round number 8, coffee or energy drink?
Coffee.
And let
I
me
would
just
say
tell
yeah,
you,
but
the coffee here, Central America coffee, it hits different. They grow it like in the yard.
yeah, for me, it's like Steve's vinyl conundrum where like I prefer coffee, but I end up succumbing to the energy drink due to convenience.
I'm gonna quote Dave Grohl here and say, "Fresh pot."
I've never had coffee from Hawaii, but I hear the beans that come out of Hawaii are like top notch.
Yeah,
I think it's anywhere where you have a tropical climate. You know, I've spent a lot of time down here in Central America, and I mean, if you're anywhere near some place where it's consistently above 80 degrees, I think you're going to get some amazing agriculture all around, including fruit, coffee, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or places with a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
Are you having that stuff that goes through the poop of the cat or whatever?
Yeah, that was I'm glad that you guys picked up what I was putting down.
All right, round number 9. Who would win in a fight? Justice League or the Avengers?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Yeah,
The Hulk.
Avengers. Right.
I'm so glad you're all in agreement on this, because here's my rebuttal. After all the dust settles, who's taking care of Superman on the Avengers?
Hulk.
Wait, Superman's on the Justice League. That's
Yeah, I
decent.
know.
Yeah,
Right.
so who's fighting?
Right,
him?
but he's yeah.
Yeah, who on the Avengers is taking
I
care of
would
Superman?
say Iron Man.
You know what? Thor would have a good shot at Superman.
Yeah. I mean,
He would. I mean,
aliens.
okay, so both teams are gonna cheat because of multiverse stuff. So we got to put that in there.
Oh, you're
Good
thinking they're
point.
going to pull a Batman and they're coming with some kryptonite, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a fair fight.
well, then
I don't
Superman's
know if
free.
Iron Man could take out Thanos. I think he could handle Superman.
That's a
And
good point.
Batman's only Earth rich. So I mean, when you get into space, that don't matter.
Right, brains over brawn, right?
And can Superman even snap his fingers?
I don't know. I've never seen him try.
You never seen him do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to do some research here.
Yeah.
All right, and the final round, round number 10. Mohawk or mullet?
Mullet.
Ah!
We got one mullet.
I'm gonna say Mohawk.
Oh, man.
I have to go with Mohawk. Yeah, that's,
Well, at least we got
So
one.
I sport a mullet a lot of the time. Right now it's a little baby, but it
Yeah.
was just Kentucky waterfall all the way down here. So I
Yes.
have to say.
anybody who's known me for more than a decade would know that I rocked a Mohawk for about half of my lifetime. So it just works for my receding hairline. So let's just go with mullet or Mohawk.
Now, Andrew, it sounds like you kind of missed an opportunity with the polar vortex going through. I'm pretty sure there's some pretty wicked wind in Milwaukee right now. That thing blowing in the wind would have been epic.
Yeah, especially if it froze like into a mohawk. That would have been cool.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I'd pay to see that. Yeah.
All right. So that was 10 rounds with Mikey O. Thanks a lot, guys. That was really fun. Appreciate it.
That was a blast.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. So the first song we're going to play from you guys is All Falls. What's the song about?
So I mean, this one's kind of on the nose. It's just like based on a feeling of, everything in your life kind of crumbling. And I'm pretty sure most humans, because it is part of the human experience, have experienced that in some form or another, whatever their threshold may be for, what pain and suffering is. But it's really just the feeling that, that kind of dark feeling in the pit of your soul that comes with things being out of your control.
Here it is.
And that's,
It is All Falls.
Yeah, that's really what.
From American Progress on Indie Rage Radio. All right, very good. And segment number 2, we're going to talk more about you guys in the band.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. We are back. We are joined from our special guest, Tristian, Andrew, and Steve. They are American Progress from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They're on Spotify, iTunes. Essentially, anywhere you consume music, they are there. Their album, Do We Know, is out now, so go check it out. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the band. Now, I was listening to an interview that you guys did earlier, and man, I tell you what, so you guys really aren't lifelong homies. It's like the stars kind of aligned almost for you guys to meet to form this band. Let's hear that story.
Basically. Yeah. Boys?
All right. Which one do you want to take? I feel like I've been taking it a bunch in the last couple.
I'll take it. So yeah, I mean, you're right. That's a really good way to describe it. It all just kind of lined up. Andrew was playing he had a residency at this venue called the Pabst Tap Room in Milwaukee, and I was the house audio engineer there, and I was basically mixing Andrew once or twice a month for approximately a year to 2 years. So we had known each other in that capacity, but never really hung out outside the place. And one afternoon he was playing his residency, and post his performance, we started having a couple beers and ended up just kind of having a few too many and being a little bit hooligan-y, and we're like, hey, we're going to start a band. And right there, that was it. It wasn't like, we're going to start a band, named it on the spot, organized some practice dates on the spot. And the first practice ended up turning into a writing session of 3 songs, which were Disaster, Ace, our cover of Ace of Spades, and Government Cheese. And then, so our second practice, we recorded those songs, and that became our first EP. A very short period after that, we realized that we're going to need some low-end support, and Andrew met Steve. I think you guys had known each other a little while longer, but they were jamming together at an open jam in West Bend, and Andrew recruited Steve for the dangerous task, and he accepted, and we've been jamming since. It's been that was approximately 4 years as of yesterday. The reason I know that is the January 6th Insurgents marks the date of our first recording. Just kind of another random American progress satirical moment where we got done recording and looked at our phones and we're like, holy shit, look what's going on in America right now. And, yeah.
Let's see, Andrew, when you guys started hitting the SMR rock charts, I did a little creeping on the band, and I got to your social media page, and you were like, man, American Progress is really taken off. It's one of the most, successful projects I've had to date. What makes this band different?
I think it is just the 3-piece dynamic. I always say to Steve when we're traveling, I'm like, it takes all types, man. And we really do have a trifecta of personalities in this band. And we don't kind of step on each other's territory in that regard. Tristian, he's kind of the business, right? The business end of things. And then I'm like the persona, right? And we just kind of have Steve holding down the ground as a regular human being, more or less.
He's our glue. He's definitely our glue.
Yeah, man,
I love
total
being it,
glue. He keeps me steady on the road. I think both Tristian and I were such wild personalities that it takes a guy like Steve to kind of go, whoa, buddy.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of rein you boys in once in a while and be like, hey, let's stick here.
Hey, I give him a lot of credit. He puts up with a lot.
And
It's all a joy, though.
And speaking of social media, I just saw a really cool thing that you guys just had happen to you. You guys were played on the LA Lloyd Rock 30 countdown.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That was
crazy
awesome.
cool. Yeah, we're big
Super
fans.
cool.
So, yeah, big fans. Big fans.
What a voice that guy has, huh?
Right?
Made for radio.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so the next song we're going to play from you guys is called Off the Wall. What's this one about?
So Off the Wall is that's kind of an interesting one for me because it was partially based in just the idea of a relationship. I think I was getting into just the idea of dating around that time. And I kind of, had a few girls that I was talking to or whatever. And I would just pick things apart being like, man, I'm afraid to get into a relationship. It seems crazy. And while we were jamming, Tristian just kept shouting out like different lines, like or just saying things in conversation, and I was just being a goofball, and I would throw that into the song. So he's like, dude, that's like a John Hughes film, and I'd be like, all right, Heartbreak like a John Hughes film, and I'm into it. Like, so it just kind of came together with us riffing back and forth during a writing session. So it was, but yeah, based on my anxieties and just having beers with the dudes, you know.
That was that first writing session. That was during that thing at the Pabst Tap Room in COVID. Where we're just that's another one of those things that came out of that session. But yeah, I love that song.
When Andrew sent this to me to learn it when I was trying out for the band, this is the one that made me think this is the band I need to join.
That's dope. Here it is. It is Off the Wall from American Progress on Indie Rage Radio. All right, very cool. In segment 3, we do a thing where people are going to be flying into Milwaukee for the weekend. So we talk about you guys' favorite restaurants, favorite venues, favorite bars, stuff like that.
Okay.
All right.
You guys might have to take a little more of this when there's literally a steel drum parade underneath my balcony right now.
So
Yes.
I don't know if you got, I was trying to mitigate it as much as I could, but I have bleed from the bands that are on the stage behind me. This is as far as I can get away with the Wi-Fi. So,
Yeah, no, you guys are fine.
Oh, cool. If it didn't bother you during the last one, we should be good because it got super loud and I was like trying to.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal.
No, they're passing. I think we're good on my end. That was really cool.
All right, so let's see here. Segment 3 in 3, 2, 1. We are back, kicking off hour number 2 with our special guest, American Progress, our band from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Go find them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They're on Spotify and iTunes as well. Their album, Do We Know, is out now. Go stream it. Go purchase it. As well as, speaking of purchase, Linktree. You guys have a Linktree as well, and you got a link to your merch there as well. Go support this band. Go buy some merch. All right. So in this segment, guys, look, as long as Spirit Airlines is around, because they just filed bankruptcy, we're hopping on the Spirit. We're taking that cheap flight to Milwaukee. We're just landing. We're spending the weekend in Milwaukee. What's one restaurant we need to stop at to get the feel of Milwaukee cuisine?
Oh man, I got a bunch of these, but I would say you would have to go to Fixture Pizza.
Cops. Need to go to
for
Cops
sure.
and get a butter burger and some cheese curds and some custard.
Ooh.
Yep,
And then
right
to
there.
Oscars to compare it.
Oh, we got beef on the beef.
Yeah, beef on the beef, and people are generally either Oscars or Cops fans, and so I think you really need to do some soul searching and figure out which one you are. You know, which house you get sorted in when you land.
Wow. We might have to go to both.
Yeah, I think you're gonna.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, with mentioning cheese curds, I bet you guys have some like banging poutines around there, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot of places. Like you could hop into almost any dive bar, especially as you get like kind of on the outer rims of the city. Like they just got their fryers going all the time. My favorite cheese curds though aren't circular or spherical. Mine are the squares because it's like eating a little grilled cheese.
Mm.
Yeah.
Major Ghouls. Yeah, hell yeah.
Now, I've
Yeah, if you
heard.
go a half hour north of Milwaukee, we got them up here in West Bend, these square cheese curds that are just...
Oh yeah, it's Sixth Ave. They got
so
like the
good.
best ones. Dude, they're super good.
I've heard that a proper cheese curd will squeak when you eat it.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
raw
So
one. Yep.
Yep. And you need them fresh. If you can't get them fresh, if they've been refrigerated, they won't squeak unless you leave them sit on your counter and come to room temperature. And then that's the best way to eat them. Don't eat them cold. It's not correct.
Right.
Yeah, I've never had a proper cheese curd because down here, we're located in Lake Charles, Louisiana, right on the Gulf Coast by Texas. So the only cheese curds I've ever had are from like Arby's.
Oh,
I can
no,
imagine that's not a
no.
legit cheese curd.
So what I'm hearing is when we come down there to play a show, we need to bring you cheese curds.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we can make that happen for sure.
Yes, most definitely. And look, we're right on I-10. So if you guys do like a Southern tour, I mean, you start off maybe in New Orleans and you hit Baton Rouge, then Lafayette, you come through Lake Charles and you hit Beaumont, then you go to Houston. That's a pretty good leg right there.
I think that sounds like
Yeah.
a really brilliant idea, actually.
From your
I'll
mouth
make
to the
a-
business's ears.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a Renard's run to Green Bay. Those are my favorite proper cheese curds. And I'll get you the white ones and the yellow ones, so you can figure out which house you get sorted into. Yada yada.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll go to Renard specifically. Those are my favorite. I don't know about you guys, but we'll bring a lot of cheese. We'll each bring our favorite because it seems like we all got different favorites of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I love cheese. I'm down to gorge myself and be stopped up for about 2 weeks.
Sounds like a challenge.
Let's see. All right, so we got us some great burgers. We want to go to an independent venue. I mean, we love
Check
touring
out.
bands,
I'd
but we want to
recommend.
see Milwaukee's best.
Let's look at Oak Brewery. I think Oak
Yeah,
Brewery.
dude. Oh,
Yeah, hell yeah. I think Oak's amazing. It's a venue. It's a brewery. They play games. They have leagues, dogs, food trucks. It's a really good representation of a lot that the city has to offer.
dude, I saw a pig in a tuxedo at that venue.
Yep. I got to hug a pig at that venue.
Oh, dude, if pigs are there, I'm down. One of the
Yep.
coolest memories I have in my life is when I was a kid. We went to Branson, Missouri, and Dolly Parton has a place over there. And it's a dinner show. So like they have this big arena and they're racing horses and they race pigs. And I was like, dog, I didn't know it before, but I love pigs.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name was Christine P. Bacon. Christine Bacon.
Nice. Her boyfriend was named P-Mail. All right. So we just saw an awesome rock show. We want to nightcap it. What's one bar we need to stop at to get a really good vibe in Milwaukee?
Swinging Door. I say the
Yeah.
Swinging Door. I mean, it's one of the oldest bars in the city, and it's just laid back. One of my favorite things about the Swinging Door is you can go there anytime, any day, and get 3 beers for $5. Not a special. You can go in there and get 3 beers for $5 any day of the week. And their food is phenomenal. The atmosphere is phenomenal, and it's a great
Yeah,
spot.
actually, bang for your buck, like for a meal with a bar experience. Swinging Door is good any time of day. It depends on the vibe you want. You could be fancy and hang, say you're staying at the Pfister or somewhere nice. You could hang out in their bar. And one time I hung out in there in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pajamas and everybody was wearing tuxes around me. And I thought that was cool. But you could also like go to a punk dive and lose your mind at like Last Rites or Sabbatic. I mean, we got a bunch of different vibes. So when you say vibe, it could go any direction, but we are the people to ask about all that stuff. So.
Absolutely.
All right, so the next song we're going to play is Deadbeat. And I really should have did some homework on this. This is Bush League on my part. But Deadbeat did really well on the SMR chart. So congratulations, guys. What's the song about?
Thanks, man. I always tell people this song is either about zombies or your dad, and either way, I'm sorry.
Let me just add one more, the video for Deadbeat. We had the most fun working with our friend Brandon and did this animated feature. So if you have an opportunity to check that out, please do. I think you'll really enjoy it.
There it is. It's Deadbeat from American Progress on Indie Rage Radio. All right, very cool. Segment 4 is the last segment. It's like the last song in the show, so we're up against the clock. So we're just putting a bow on everything.
Okay, I like bows.
Bows are another great thing, which you can put on a pig's tail.
You can. Yep. Gosh, she was adorable.
All right, here we go. Segment 4 in 3, 2, 1. Indie Rage Radio, IndieRageRadio.com. Sadly, it is here again as our last segment with our featured guest. Look, it's got to come around. There is the thing called time, and we only have 2 hours on this radio station. So I know I don't like the concept either, but we're here again. So, guys, Tristian, Andrew, Steve, thank you so much for your time being on the show tonight.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. It's been awesome.
We really appreciate
you.
Yes.
Most definitely, man. Pleasure's all ours. Look, go find American Progress on your favorite social media platform, Facebook, IG, YouTube. Give them a follow. Give them a like. Find them on Spotify and iTunes. Buy their album, Do We Know? It is out now. They also got merch on their link tree, so go buy their merch as well. All right, so let's talk about what the future holds in 2025 for the band. What you guys got cooking?
We're cooking a lot of different flavors, man.
Nice.
We got a bunch of new songs in the works, a bunch of new videos in the works, and we want to play everywhere, like anywhere that will have us. Like we're not, we talked about the club versus festival. We try not to be that bougie, but we'll be that bougie if you need us to be, man. We'll play anywhere, and we will have a good time with any people that are in that room. So we are not, like trying to typecast ourselves into any specific type of spot. We'll play your backyard.
Nice.
Yep.
Let me ask you this. I've never been to Milwaukee, but I know it's a big city. Is busking a thing in Milwaukee?
Oh, yeah.
If you pay for it. Yeah.
You got to pay the city, huh?
Yeah, there are some spots that you can get away with it without, and it's not bad. You just, you go to the city and get a permit, and then you're good to go. But it's not a thing as it is in a lot of like southern cities I've been to, or even like a lot of the coastal towns that we've played in and stuff like that. I've always been sort of envious of the busking atmosphere of certain places, like just going through and Googling, busking laws and seeing how it's so much more relaxed a lot of places. But at the same time, we do have a busking community, and I'm grateful for that. So, like one of those, I'll take it any way I can get it sort of things. I'm not complaining, but we could do a little better.
There you
Very
go.
well said.
All right, so the last song we're going to play from you guys is Outlaw, another song that did really well on SMR. What's this song about?
This song was born pretty much from a love of like skateboarding. And like I used to hang out in Walker's Point all the time. It's a neighborhood in Milwaukee that I lived in for a couple of years. And it's one of my favorite places, but it does get a little cliquey, just like anywhere, like you'll find your cliques and whatever. And I was just kind of watching these people interact from these two separate cliques, and each one thinking like that they were really hot stuff, and it all seemed so pointless, and like it got to the point where this one guy, just because he had more friends in the bar, they like made this guy leave. And it was this whole big thing happened, right? But nothing really happened. All these dudes did was like sit there and get too drunk to understand each other. And then, one blew up on the other one. And then all his friends started chiming in. And I was like, oh, man, look at everybody's favorite outlaw. Oh, dude, I got to write that down. So that's kind of where it stemmed from.
I've always really loved how this like translates from that into just like the human syndrome. Like the first time Andrew sang this and I heard him knock that lyric out, like keep walking like you're not lost, it just resonated so deep. Like I think that's something that everyone's trying to do, is just like fake it till you make it, push your way through it, like keep moving, like you pretend like you know what's happening even if you don't. And I mean, when we started recording that and he belted out that, I was like, oh, hell yeah.
It is
right,
sort of a mantra for me.
All right, guys. Once again, appreciate it. He is Tristian. He is Andrew. He is Steve. My name is Mikey O. This is Outlaw for the band American Progress. We will see ya when we see ya.
Cheers.
Later.
All right, very good, guys. Thank you so much, man. I sure do appreciate
Thank you, man. We really
Mike,
appreciate it.
we really do. This is great. All the stuff Indy has been doing for us. We see the posts. We see all the chart stuff. Like, man, thank you. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
it's This is rad. We love this.
No, hey, we wouldn't exist without great bands like you. So, I
We
mean,
wouldn't
it is
exist without great
circle.
DJs like you.
So, before you guys leave, if you could give me a drop, and it could be in, any fashion. Tristian can go first. Andrew can go first. Steve, just essentially like this. Hi, this is Tristian. This is Andrew. This is Steve. We're from American Progress, and you're listening to Indie Rage Radio.
Cool. Do you want to do them individually, or you want the group?
Yeah, the group.
Okay.
I'll go first. Hey, what up? This is Steve.
Hey, this is Andrew.
And this is Tristian from American Progress, and you're listening to Indie Rage Radio.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Keep up the hard work, man. You guys are killing it.
Thanks, Mike. Andrew, have a
Thank
good
you,
show.
man.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate
having us.
Steve, stay warm. I'm going to go get another coconut. Bye, guys.
All right, I'm gonna go deal with convention stuff. I'll see you guys.
I'll catch
All
you
right,
guys
later, guys.
next week.
Bye.
See ya.